Hello everyone, it's Seth, probably better known as Saffron Olive, and it's time for another Instant Deck Tech. So as you know, Wednesday means it's Wild Card Wednesday, and this week we are heading to Modern to check out a deck that combines three of the sweetest things in all of Magic. So number one, land destruction. Everyone loves land destruction. It's one of the most popular casual themes in all of Magic. So land destruction plus Blood Moon, just to stick it to you with a hateful enchantment, and Planeswalkers, smash them all together and you have Detritivore Moon Walkers, which recently took the Corruptor to a 5-0 finish in a Modern League on Magic Online. So congrats to the Corruptor on their finish with the deck. A quick reminder before we break it all down. If you enjoy this deck and you want to see it made into videos, take a minute, click the like button, the subscribe button, leave a comment, anything you can do to support your deck, because whichever deck is most popular gets a shot at being made into videos next week. So you're probably wondering, what's Detritivore? And that's this crazy suspend creature. It has no power and toughness, but its power and toughness is equal to the number of non-basic land cards in your opponent's graveyard. You can suspend it for 3 red and X, and then whenever a time counter is removed, you get to blow up a non-basic land. So it kind of feeds itself. If you can cast it for a bunch of mana, you're blowing up a land again the next turn. Probably going to be a 3/3, a 4/4. It counts all the fetches your opponent cracks as being in their graveyard, so it pumps it up even more. So it's naturally hating on your opponent's mana base, also becomes a big threat with which to close out the game. If that's not enough though, we also have a sweet combination of Blood Moon, Crucible of Worlds, and Ghost Quarter. So you might be wondering how these cards actually work together. Well, Blood Moon obviously makes all non-basics into mountains, but your opponent still has their basic lands. So if you get rid of their basic lands and keep your opponent with only mountains, assuming they're not a red deck, you just make it so they can't play Magic. So if you can get a Crucible down, you can just Ghost Quarter away your opponent's basics, and a lot of modern decks don't really play that many basic lands. So after a few turns, you kill all their basics, Ghost Quarter becomes strip mined, all their non-basics are mountains, and you just completely lock your opponent out of the game. Also, Crucible is some nice ramp with fetch lands. You can crack a fetch, get it back, crack it again the next turn, so it generates some weird card advantage there as well. The other part of the deck is the Planeswalkers, and this is our main plan for finishing the game. Chandra Torch of Defiance, kill stuff, makes mana to ramp us into our Karn Liberated, can also generate card advantage. Karn Liberated might look crazy. We're not Tron, we don't have any Arbor Elf ramp packages, so it might look weird in this deck, but it's an awesome finisher if you can get to it in a timely manner. And then just an Ob Nixilis, which is kind of like Chandra Light. Draws us cards like Chandra, kills the creature like Chandra, doesn't add the mana, a little bit more expensive, but kind of similar like the backup Chandra. And then we have some ramp, Talisman of Indulgence and Coalition Relic. Just make sure we get to our stuff in a timely manner. We want to be able to suspend our Detritivore with quite a few counters, 2-3 counters to destroy some lands before it comes down. And then these also get us to our Karn earlier, our Ob Nixilis earlier. The rest of the deck, kind of typical disruption. Inquisitions and Thought Seizes. Make sure we got something to do on turn 1, because our deck starting with ramp on turn 2, Planeswalkers turn 3 or 4. So we need something to play on turn 1. Inquisition, Thought Seize let us pick something out of our opponent's hand. Collective Brutality is a 2-mana duress. It also doubles as removal. And then we get some actual removal in Lightning Bolt, Terminate, and Anger of the Gods, which is awesome against go-wide aggro decks. The mana base is kind of crazy. We have the typical fetches for some shock lands and some basic lands, but we also just have a weird variety of non-basics. Molten Slave Keep, a bit of ramp, Rakdos Cranarium, kind of card advantage bounce land. Care Keep can make some chump blockers. Lava Claw Reaches, the worst creature land from World Wake. Tech Edge for even more land destruction, some other random duels. So kind of a weird mixture of lands, but if you're planning on sticking a Blood Moon, all those weird non-basics are going to end up mountains anyway, so it doesn't really matter. As far as the sideboard, lots of graveyard hate, 3 Grafdigger's Cage, and Nile Spellbomb, a Leyline of the Void, Pyroclasms, even more hate against Affinity, Go Wide Aggro-y Zoodax, Vandalblast for Affinity and other artifact-based decks. Detritivore comes in against Tron for more land destruction. Boil to stick it to people playing islands if you're a control deck or a Merfolk player. Torpor Orb. Batterskull and Trading Post is pretty sweet. This is the plan for aggro decks. You can sack your random mana artifacts and then keep getting back your Batter Skull if it dies. Also just gain some life, make some blockers, draw some cards. So lots of value there if your opponent's trying to beat down. It's pretty hard to get through a trading post, and this deck has a lot of artifacts to feed to it. And then Batter Skull is just really hard for aggro decks to beat as well. Just being big, lifelinking, keep coming back, either to your hand or even from the graveyard with trading post. And that is Detritivore Moon Walkers for Modern, and that's been our instant deck for today. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, help us out by clicking that like button down below. And to keep up on all the latest and greatest, click that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that bell icon to get alerts whenever we have new videos. And if you want to, check out some of our other sweet videos here and here.